I'm sorry. No.
What a donut.
Not illegal. You are
Wow. That's it, mate. Get her out of the road. Do you know what seems to be a common thing with these videos? People doing stupid things. They always look stupid. Can't be a coincidence. And these are the same people that put their cats on vegan diets and then wonder why that cat looks like it's just come out of rehab. Oh, he's not happy. Whoa. You can't blame him though, can you?
Guys, let's get back.
This guy was just doing how a lot of us feel. He was standing on business. He wasn't playing. Good man.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Fair play to her. Where's the police? That's the thing you'll see with these videos is the people, the locals are doing what the police should be doing, but they're not doing it. They all look the same.
Oh my God! New York, divest! We will not stop. We will not rest. New York, New York, divest! We will not stop. We will not rest.
What do they think they're gonna do?
Divest! Am I being detained? Am I being detained? New York!
They all go to Starbucks, I bet.
Everybody needs to be able to get
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Make our pensions genocide free! Hey!
Oh.
Make our pensions genocide free! Hey! Tom Ginopoli! Make our pensions genocide free! Hey! Tom Ginopoli! Make our pensions genocide free! Hey! Tom Ginopoli!
Fair play to this woman because she was braver than all of them because she was seeing double. So there was double the officers there. She wasn't afraid. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I like the caption. It says, trigger warning, police use force on protesters. Well, they wouldn't need to do that if these donuts weren't doing that in the first place. They go looking for trouble, and then when they get consequences, they're still trying to play the victim. That's how these people roll. And then they'll use hashtags, and then they'll say that they're a loving, peaceful protest. What is loving and peaceful about this?
It doesn't make sense to tell queer and trans people not to make their whole personality about being queer and trans, while simultaneously making your whole personality about another person who looks like an orange with a toupee. Who said that?
What the hell is even that?
Flipping out, if I've ever seen a picture that would give you nightmares for a few weeks, it's this one.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's Nazi propaganda. Wow. What? I thought it was gonna be like kind of bad.
Nazi?
That's gonna be in history book.
Wow, what a surprise. Someone who's not really attractive calling someone who is attractive a Nazi. Just another day on the internet.
I could not resist, so I had to look it up. From the Office of National Statistics, from a 2019 study, in ever-increasing numbers, we are now at a lesbian divorce rate of 72%. So the top 4 reasons that they are reporting getting divorced is feeling ignored, inequality in the partnership, adultery, and domestic violence. Personally, I feel like this lends some weight to men's arguments and complaints about how women are behaving in relationships. Because when you have lesbian divorce statistics that look like that, the girls are kind of telling on themselves.
Yeah, I think she's on to something.
Uh-oh, the internet found you. Primary offense, sexual abuse of children. You think he should be allowed to adopt a baby, let alone a little boy? I wonder why he was so interested in adopting a little baby boy.
And they allow men like this to put videos out there and adopt children. What checks are they doing? If you want to adopt a cat, they come to your house. They do flipping background checks on you. But when you adopt a child, they're not even looking at people's criminal history. This angers me on a different level. This stuff boils my blood. Videos like this. I don't get triggered about videos, but these ones, man, these people, when it involves kids and all that, if it was up to me and I ran the place, they'd be gone off the face of the earth overnight. The world is a better place without them.
We've been interviewing a lot of people. There is an irony, isn't there, of people who want freedom of speech. There is an irony of people who are protesting for freedom of speech but don't want to hear what we have to say. We're just here reporting the facts. Look at some of the interviews we've just done today. Vandalism.
I will bring it to an end. Bring it to an end. Bring it to an end. Bring it to an end.
Just having a good faith conversation.
Bring it to an end. He's gonna go away.
Okay. They don't want to. Okay. Do you have a message for us? Okay.
This is the crazy thing, especially with the UK. You got women like her who say all these things and they protest these things and they say about how great their country is, but then they refuse to go there. And he's completely right. They want freedom of speech unless it goes against their own opinions. So they leave a country, go to another country, and then want to adopt the laws of the country they left in this country, but they refuse to go back to that country. Make it make sense.
I find it very frustrating when people use language like post-COVID or during the pandemic, because
what's wrong with that?
Not only is that inaccurate, like COVID is still here and still very prevalent in disabling people and killing people, but it's also not helpful. This started in 2020. It is now 2025. What do you mean by during the pandemic? Do you mean during lockdown? Do you mean when you didn't have a job, when you were getting stimulus checks, before the vaccine? Like, what is that? That's a 5-year span. And me being the other person in the conversation, I think it's still during COVID. So that's not helpful. And then if you're somebody who denies the truth that it's still during COVID, then when was during COVID for you? When was during the pandemic for you? Because every person has a different point on the timeline when they decided it was okay to stop masking in public spaces, when they decided that it was okay to risk their own lives and their loved ones and their communities' lives. I'm tired, and words
Same.
matter.
Tired as well, mate.
But
I just feel like you can't be this stupid, but I guess some people are. People refer to post-COVID, post-pandemic, all that, referring to the time when the government literally told us all we can't go outside our house, we can't see our loved ones, we can't visit our loved ones on their deathbed, telling us what we can and can't do. We were controlled, we were told we can't do this, we can't do that, can't see these people, whilst they were still having flipping parties and get-togethers in their political houses. That's what people are talking about. You flipping donut.
As a white person, I'm going to say this, and no, I do not identify as white. This is for video purposes only, for me speaking to my white side. Because I think biracial people, especially white biracial people, need to call out the white community more, and I think honestly everybody needs to call out the white community more. They make up over 60% of the population, and they do not need fucking coddled. I think everybody is walking around trying to tiptoe around white people and their fucking feelings, so everybody doesn't feel like they're fucking racist, and the whole time all these white people are racist. Okay? Even if you think you're not racist, low-key you probably do have internalized racism that you need to deconstruct from. Literally, almost all Americans do, but it's completely ingrained into white culture. And I'm saying this as a half-white person. We need to call out white people more. I do not give a fuck. We need to call out racism more. We need to call out white people more, and we need to call out men more, quite frankly.
What?
Yeah, something has to obviously change. So I think probably we should start there.
Wow, just when I said about the previous clip about people couldn't be that stupid, this woman tops it. And these are the same people that say you can't be racist to a white person, so I don't know what she's talking about. Regardless of race and all these things people keep talking about, they claim that we're the racist, everyone else is a racist, but they keep talking about race and using it in an argument. Everyone has equal opportunities, and in America, which she claims to be is a bad place, America is a place where it doesn't matter what color you are, everyone's got an opportunity. And if that wasn't true, why do these people refuse to leave, and why do people keep going there?
Some people find me attractive. I wouldn't say I'm societally objectively attractive. Some people are gonna find you attractive. Do you fit that societal mode? No. Like, we don't belong on Love Island.
I think I do.
You're incorrect. This whole ecosystem of people being like, oh, you're beautiful no matter what, it's not helping anything, because now we're just telling ourselves that we're beautiful when, no offense, I am objectively not societally attractive, and we can accept that. There are many people that find me attractive. There are many people that find you attractive.
But what does that have to do with anything?
She really is the result of modern feminism, because all these girls are 10s, even the wildebeest you see lurking the club at 3 AM when the lights come on and it looks like something from planet Earth. They're all 10s apparently. But if you apply that same logic to men, none of them are 10s. Make it make sense.
You know, I have a little non-binary 12-year-old, and she asked me if I was non-binary.
Wait, what?
And I told
Whoa.
her no, I was an OG lesbian bitch. And she said bitch is pejorative. And I said, you're too smart for me, you're only 12. But it's wonderful to see a child so assured of who they are. And they asked me, what did your class say when you told them you were gay when you were 10? It was like in America in 1973, you didn't tell your class, you didn't even tell yourself. You know, and we've come a long way, but there are still miles and miles to go. Now that fascism has taken hold in the United States, it's now or never. We're about to lose democracy and lose our country, and LGBTQIA people have to stand up. And we have a tremendous history of doing just that through the AIDS crisis and, you know, through acceptance and Stonewall and everything.
Why do you think LGBT people find such a home in musical theatre?
You know, it's always been the land of misfits. And when I first did my first show, when I was in high school or junior high, I thought, this is where I belong. These are my people. Even though I couldn't really sing or dance, I did not let that stop me. And I've done about 5 Broadway shows since. And to me, the promise of Hollywood and show business is best realized on a Broadway stage. And show business can be very difficult and very tough. But the Broadway community supports and loves each other, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Why are these people so obsessed about showing this crazy ideology and sharing it with children? And they glamorize it. It's the same as if a kid in a classroom was talking about how much he loved boobs every flipping 10 seconds. That would be the same thing. You ain't got to share that stuff every 2 seconds, especially kids for that matter. Kids shouldn't be talking about adult things. And especially when it's about a load of nonsense that doesn't exist. Because we know that this woman tells her kid that trans, non-binary, all that stuff you can identify as an LGTV is all real, when we know it isn't.
Did American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has for Keens.
Totally just talking about denim, right? Just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman explaining how her good genes gave her personality and purity. I mean, are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy-coded? Look, I'm not saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich, but American Eagle absolutely knew what they were doing here. You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster and expect people not to catch that reference. Good genes used to mean racial purity in fascist circles, and now it's just denim marketing. We are watching fascist aesthetics sneak back into pop culture.
All the fact she's just an attractive woman on an advert talking about she has good genes, which she does, and she's also wearing good jeans. If anything, that was good marketing in my opinion. I thought the advert was decent. Better than a lot of the woke ones where they got a flipping wildebeest on the front. These people just have a lot of free time, clearly. They complain about anything.
Through fashion ads, trad wife influencers, and yes, now blue jeans. If you think this was an innocent ad, you have not been paying attention.
We know one thing's for sure. These people don't have a life. And a lot of it is just jealousy. A lot of it is. A lot of these women, if they were paid the same to do the same advert and say the same, they would. And all the attention from all the men, which they're clearly jealous about, they would be embracing it with open arms.
Men like to hate on women, but where did you come from? A woman. And they just need to realize that. People need to open their eyes.
Yeah. So when a baby, when a woman is in the womb, do you think about her rights?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think about the future. I think about just how it's taken us so long to get to this point, and we're already, and we still don't have the same freedom as a man. We still are more victimized than men, and it's just terrifying.
So when you're thinking about women in the womb, do they deserve protection as well? So then are you pro-choice or are you pro-life?
I'm pro-choice because
you said that you'd protect women in the womb.
Yeah, because if you are choosing to keep that child, then that is a life that is going to happen. That is a real life. If you don't want to choose to keep that life, then I don't think it's a real life, because a fetus in the womb is a quote-unquote. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
What did she do?
I don't know.
I think maybe this is a woman's
laying a trap for her to answer a pro.
No, I'm just asking women questions. This is the women's march. We allow all different types of women.
I think that.
Right.
You're not trying to prove a point.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you told me.
What if I was?
Nothing wrong. You told me because we were having a discussion. I told you, are you okay?
What if I am? Do you not believe in women being different?
That admits that.
More people that claim to be loving and accepting, and they keep referring to a baby in the womb, which is a living thing, just this thing that doesn't have any value or importance. I just don't get it, and it honestly, it turns my stomach that some of the things these people say about a human being, an innocent human being, which they brought into this world with their choices. Man, I don't know how they sleep at night. And if this woman did actually check her facts before saying a lot of the things she was saying, statistically, men are really the victims of a lot of things over women. And I don't know what this woman did wrong, because they're all pointing and screaming at her, saying shame and all this stuff. Like, these are the same people that talk about freedom of speech and how the president and Trump and all that took that away from them, but then they're trying to silence someone who doesn't have the same opinion as them. Make it make sense.
I want to get out of here. I want to get my mom and my 2 dogs and get out of here. But I'm not sure where to go. I know the quickest exit point would be through Mexico. And I was thinking maybe Panama would be a place to take us. We could drive there. We have a car that could make it. And I know they use American dollar, the American dollar there, so we wouldn't have to do a money exchange necessarily if we went to Panama. I'm really scared that I'm gonna be taken to one of those camps.
One of those camps? What camps?
To one of those detention centers or institutionalized. And my mom will be alone. And she's 81. And I'm really all she has. And then there's the dogs. If something happens to me or to her, they will starve. There's no one to take care of them. Not really. I gotta get us out of here. And I gotta do it like right now.
What happened?
Like ASAP. I'm so fucking scared.
Scared of what?
I've been crying for days since that new executive order came. Because, man, I screamed at the end when he got elected that it would be like less than a year before they would try to come for people like me, and it's coming soon.
Am I missing something?
They're going to take me. They're going to.
Take you where?
I take mental health meds. I'm disabled, and I'm not on the lease. I'm so scared.
I'm scared for my well-being watching these.
Should I start like a GoFundMe to help us get out of here?
GoFundMe?
Would anybody even help with that?
This video could have been a lot shorter. She could have just said, guys, give me money. I want to go away and live a victim-free life. I don't think she's going to do that, but maybe she should do what most people do, is work hard, and they can do the things they want off their own hard work labor. And I see so many of these videos talking about America's this place, they're going to come and take these people and all this. Like, am I missing something? I must be, because anyone in a sense of desperation, like these people in war-torn countries, they're not sitting around making TikToks. They're leaving. They're packing their bags and leaving. These people aren't. They're making TikTok videos asking for GoFundMes and all this. Yeah, I'm not really buying it.